Welcome, everybody, here to TJ Ribs on Acadian at I-10. This is the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're right here as we've got so much sports going on right now. This is hard to believe it's almost at the end of the fall. Here's the star of the show, Athletic Director Roman Banks. And, Coach, hard to believe, man, we're getting cold. You're wearing your jacket today.
Wearing a jacket today.
Man, we got the Bayou Classic in 2 weeks. Are you kidding me?
It's cold outside, but it's warm in the house.
There you go, especially with some of the great specials that we're going to have here at TJ Ribs. It's always, obviously, very good food here. We've got the special that we're always going to talk about, and that $8 Hurricane will warm you up big time.
So I'm buying two for someone today.
Come on. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I can definitely do that.
Let's keep the tradition going.
How about this? $12.99 Pepper Jack smoked turkey on Texas toast with sriracha mayo and onion rings. $12.99. How about that?
Not bad.
Did you know
Not bad
that
at all.
TJ Ribs had that?
I did not know that.
I did not
know
either.
they had fried wings either.
I know.
Yeah, so they just keep on doing different things on this.
Unbelievable. And did you know that fall sports is exploding? We got a lot of things going on. Of course, volleyball is the number 6 seed in the SWAC tournament against UAPB tomorrow.
Yeah, big game for us tomorrow. You know, you lose, you go home, and we're very, very hopeful that we get a chance to win our first round game. I think we play UAPB, so it's going to be a exciting contest for us. You know, we had some injuries early on, but we're very excited about the product that's on the court right now. And so we're hoping that Coach Jacobs and the gang can come back with a victory.
That's exactly right. Bowling is off to a great start. They're playing at the Hornet Classic. That's also tomorrow. And by the way, congratulations to them. They beat the number 9 team, Louisiana Tech Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, La Tech. Why don't y'all give them a hand for that win?
Yes.
Obviously, our bowling program is going to a whole nother level, and you know, we've been fortunate and blessed to hire a great leader of that program, and so just in this period of time, they've been in some tournaments where they have finished higher than we ever finished in the past few years, and so we're thankful for coaching the game and the continued work that he's been doing, and I'm really looking forward for them to do some compete for a championship at the end of the year.
No doubt about that. They've got some great equipment, their own bowling center right there on the campus, so that's good. And then also, of course, basketball is in the air. How about this? Coach Sean Woods takes his team down the day that we play against Jackson State, 11 o'clock game at Tulane for the first time in the history of Southern University basketball, beat the Tulane Green Wave in New Orleans.
Yeah, big win for us. I don't think we beat Tulane at home in a long period of time. Matter of fact, I don't think we ever beat them at home. We beat them a couple of times in the Dome, and that was a big win for us. And obviously, looking back at the Louisville game, if you had a chance to watch that game, they played very well. And we just come back the other night from watching them compete against a Rice team that we actually had a chance to win that ball game, but in the last 4 minutes of the game kind of got away from us. And so we're excited about all our sports, winter and spring sports that's coming up. We think that we're going to be right there in the mix, you know, with men and women basketball and with bowling. We got great leaders, and I'm excited about these student athletes and what they're doing.
And we got something else coming up. I forgot what it is. It's on the tip of my mind. Oh, something, the granddaddy of them all, the Bayou Classic.
What would that be, the Bayou Classic?
The Bayou Classic, back in New Orleans, by the way.
Back in New Orleans. What y'all say about that? Back in New Orleans.
Yeah. The Caesars Superdome now. The Caesars Superdome. That'll be fun.
Yeah, very nice. We had the opportunity through the Bayou Classic Committee and through our foundation, Mr. Alfred Harrell, that chaired that committee for us, the Bayou Classic Committee. We went down and took a tour of that facilities. I think also he took the foundation and the members of the foundation board down there. We had a chance to tour the facilities several times. And it's a very nice addition. You know, they got suite level suites and area. It's very nice in there, and I think our fans will like the new addition, the standing room areas and all those. So it's going to be a great Bayou Classic for us. So I'm going to urge everyone to go out and get those tickets. You know, one game is still a lot of football left, right?
Yeah.
And we want bragging rights of the state of Louisiana, you know, against that school up there somewhere in the north. And so we are urging everybody to come out, support these Jaguars on. And I'm sure that we'll have a good plan to come back with the victory.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That'll be a fun deal. And the 48th Bayou Classic, the 48th, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, 48th Bayou Classic, and guess what? We hoping to be the winner.
Yes.
Of the 48th Bayou Classic.
And what would be that? Be 3 in a row?
3 in a row.
Win them? Yep.
Yeah. So no question about it. We want to make sure that we have our student athletes ready to play, and it means a lot for student athletes to look in the stands and see the support, even through the midst of struggling in such a sense. But we still believe in our student athletes. We still believe that our coaching staff will prepare and have them ready to win this last game of the season. So it's a lot riding on this last game, and I'm looking forward for us to come out with a victory.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the score from the last game, 49-7, that we beat them in Shreveport, Louisiana. Your neck of the woods.
Yeah, but it's obvious that Grambling will be led by Coach Terrence Graves.
That's right.
He's the interim coach for the Bayou Classic, and if you're all the historians in the room, you know that Coach Graves was a longtime assistant of Coach Rich, and so Coach Pete Richardson, and he was here when we all was assistants back in the days, and so I know he's going to be an Eagle, but we're going to put that fire out as well. You hear me, Coach Graves?
Yeah. And he's excited. Coach Pete said he talked to him, and he's very, very excited about this game, and this is his shining moment. This is his shot to do it, so it ought to be a lot of fun. And tickets are still available at the Southern University ticket office, right?
Yeah, no question about it. You go to the box office, or you can go online to get them. As well, tickets are going. They're moving pretty fast. Then you also know they had a Battle of the Bands on Friday night in the Greek show. So it's still a lot of activities going on. And so we're excited about being back in New Orleans. And it means a lot. I think New Orleans is a staple of the Bayou Classic. And just going back to New Orleans and having that presence is going to mean a lot.
No question about that. We got some Bayou Classic tickets, by the way, coming up. Mr. Quentin Thomas from NOCCI is going to give us some tickets here for this big game coming up next Saturday in the Caesars Superdome. Also, we've got 2 pair of tickets for the Overtime Series. It's going to be in New Orleans on that Friday night.
Yeah, so hopefully I always look at it, I call it a celebration party. So I'm putting a lot of pressure on Coach Rollins and the staff to make sure that we can go out and celebrate after Saturday's game. And so Overtime Series, that's our Bayou Classic edition that everybody knows. That's a fundraiser for us, Party with a Purpose. Those tickets are online, and so we'll be giving away a couple of tickets for that after party right there in Club 44 right across from the stadium.
No doubt about that. And Marty, you got to show these lovely cheerleaders we have at Southern University. They had a smile on their face the whole time.
Cheerleaders in the house. Want y'all to get them a hand.
Show these beautiful smiles they've got right here. Yeah, and they're definitely the heart and soul of Southern University athletics. Gets everybody fired up, gets everybody cheering up, and get them going throughout the stadium.
Yeah, no question. They do a great job for us, and I don't want to minimize what they do for the university. Yep. And so we are very grateful for them. And also, I want to give a shout-out once again to TJ Ribs right here in the building to bring this show right here live, right here on this location. We've been doing this show for a couple of years, and for them to say, hey, y'all come on over here to do this show, we want to always put a brand with a brand, and I also want TJ Ribs to know what Jaguar Nation is all about. And I just feel like that they can feel our presence, and when our presence is all over Baton Rouge and all over the state of Louisiana, that we can come out and have a good time, and that we can patronize business because we are the standard. We are who? We are the Jaguars. We are the standard. So once again, thank you all for partnering up with us, a brand with a brand. Thank you a lot.
No doubt about it. $8 Big Can Hurricane, $12.99 Pepper Jack smoked turkey on Texas toast with sriracha mayo and onion rings, all up for the big special.
I'm still going. Whatever you say, I'm still going with the wings.
You still going with the wings?
I'm still going with the wings.
Unbelievable, man. I got to try that. All right, coming up later on in the program, we're going to be talking about the next search for the Southern University Chancellor and / President, Des Moines Rutledge. Chairman Des Moines Rutledge will be here in the house.
Yeah, our chairman of the board is in the house. And not only that, he's a corporate sponsor and a lot of things that he do. I won't take away from you all conversation, but he does a lot for the university, and he's homegrown. He grew up right there on that campus. He have a great story to tell, and it speaks to about all of us having a chance, right? And that's so right. I'm looking forward to hear that interview as well.
No question about that. We've got championship. Jeff Conyers in the house today.
Championship Jeff Conyers. He just usually wins championships over and over and over and over, so we're looking for another one.
That's exactly right. And then coming up next, we're going to be talking to head football coach Jason Rollins. That's when we return here at TJ Ribs. It's the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We'll be back right after this timeout on Pelican Sports TV.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
Welcome back, everybody. TJ Ribs right here on Acadian at I-10. And, boy, some little Southern Jaguar Nation is here in the house. No doubt about that. Got Columbia blue and gold everywhere. Got the white hats and got all kind of stuff going on out here. Got the food going. This is what it's all about. Head coach Jason Rollins right here from the football team joins us right here. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Yes, indeed. Of course, get ready for a big game. We're going to talk about that coming up here in just a moment. Two heartbreak games over in of the A.W. Mumford Stadium. First of all, FAMU and the Rattlers. We've got some footage for that right here. We want to show that. That was a tough football game, no question about that, for Southern University. Wearing the gold that night.
You know, a game of missed opportunities. You know, you had our chances, but you missed opportunities down the stretch and couldn't close it out at the end.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, you know, obviously hard to play too. But, you know, it's like you said, the same thing. When you've got as many injuries as we've had, especially because that's when your two running backs who are unbelievable come out, they can't play in the ball game. That makes it tough because now your quarterback has to rely on very few people.
Well, you know, we live by next man up theory. So next man up, so the expectations are still the same. So whoever's in the game, we expect the same results.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And defense, you can tell the defense is starting to play better and better and better right there. Their coverage more. They got their angles good. Everything's starting to get – because, look, I've talked about this again. You and I have talked about that on the air as well. when it comes down to tackling football, you got to be so careful in tackling, because of the simple fact is when you're going down to make a tackle near the waist area where you're supposed to, and that running back lowers his head, guess what? Now it's a head-on-head collision, and you could be kicked out of the ball game.
That's right. Just more reps, and more reps, and just practicing lowering your strike zone and hawk tackle. So we've been emphasizing hawk tackle more for our defensive guys.
Yeah, no question about that. And then obviously, too, a big game with that. We came out on the short end on that game against FAMU. And this season started, it was a loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So now we got the opportunity to play Jackson State and the Tigers. That game, A.W. Mumford Stadium, the largest crowd, 25,000 plus at A.W. Mumford Stadium. We've got the camera roll on that as well, that we're going to show you some highlights of that game as well. That came down to the end of the final two drives, ended up in a touchdown for Jackson State, but here's a big interception right now. You stopped him right there in the red zone, and that's Glenn Brown, one of your best cornerbacks right now.
Well, he's playing well here as of late, so it was great to see him make a play, especially down there to prevent a score.
Yep. And then there's a throw right there. Right as soon as McDonald gets hit, he throws the ball out to number 5, McLean. And again, that guy looks as big as a tight end, but he's a wide receiver.
Absolutely. So he's starting to play big. And we always tell him, play how you look.
Yeah, exactly. And look at Gerard Sims. Wide there, right there in the middle of the football field. Touch maybe one time, goes all the way in for the score.
That's what we expect from him. Just make explosive plays in a run game, and when he get in the open field, he can take it the distance.
No question about that. And also, too, the turnovers you guys forced, the defense force, was pretty incredible.
You know, it's good. We always want to take the ball away, so we had an opportunity to get 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery from them that night.
And when I saw there was a right tackle trying to hold out number 32, Jordan Lewis. Come on. Are you kidding me? No running back in the backfield. You're not going to hold Jordan Lewis one-on-one with the right tackle.
I tell you what, that's been the story of the season. We hadn't had but one holding call against us the entire season.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And, again, came up on the short end of that stick, had an opportunity at the very end, obviously getting close, and then, just couldn't do it at the very end. But Devon Ben in his final game at A.W. Mumford Stadium with that run right there. So, Coach, now we get those 2 games out of the way, and obviously we're coming now to the Bayou Classic, the 48th annual Bayou Classic. Now, not as assistant coach as you were last year, and it was in Shreveport. Now it's in New Orleans, brother.
Well, we're excited to get back in the Dome. It's a historical game, one of the biggest games in all of football, not just FCS football. So it's a bowl game atmosphere, it's a championship game atmosphere, and so we're excited.
No doubt about that. What did you do for the team that you had, obviously, this week off? So what do you do with the football team? You got Thanksgiving coming as well. When are their off dates?
It's just regular game week. We practice exactly the same. The only difference is we don't have a game on Saturday. So it was full steam ahead preparing to win a classic.
That's exactly right. And then what about as far as Thanksgiving? When will you guys be in New Orleans?
We'll go down Thursday night, so we'll have a practice that morning, have a little Thanksgiving dinner, and then head down Thursday night to spend the night in the hotel as a family.
But, these players, like you said, it's just not another game. The Bayou Classic's one of the greatest rivalries in all of college football, and it's always great to see that, to where the families are – it's friendly rivalry, and, and that's what it's all about. But the Battle of the Bands, and then you guys don't even worry about that because you got a football game to win.
That's right. So the only thing that matters to us are those 4 quarters. Yeah. So we have to prepare to play a football game, and at the end, then we'll indulge in other things.
No question about that. So your excitement level, obviously, you probably don't even know it yet, as you're going to be the head coach of the Bayou Classic.
Well, right now we just want to be the best that we can be today, so we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. So just keep our preparation and keep our focus intact.
Yeah, have you talked to Coach Pete Richardson what it's like to coach of the Bayou Classic? He didn't lose many games. In fact, Coach, he's the only SWAC coach to go 5-0 against Eddie Robinson, which is the greatest coach of all time in the SWAC.
Well, as you can see, I was rubbing on his shoulder, said, let me see if somebody can rub off on me over there.
Only coach to be undefeated against the great Eddie Robinson. Pretty impressive.
That's very impressive. Yep. So we're standing on his shoulders right now of all the things that he's built.
No doubt about that. Well, Coach, good luck. Happy Turkey Day to you, my friend.
Thank you, to you as well.
Fried turkey or baked turkey?
Ham.
All right, that was an audible right there.
That's right.
That was an audible. All right, when we come back, we've got we're talking tennis championship. Conyers is in the house. Championship coach Conyers is in the house. We'll be back right here from TJ Ribs right here at Acadian at I-10 as we continue to talk Southern athletics. This is the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
Men can be hard-headed and put off seeing a doctor, which puts you at a greater risk for a wide range of healthcare issues.
Need a doctor? Call Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group today.
Go see the doctor. Don't pass on your health.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
Competition for this house is fierce.
Relax. You got a team to help you out. Huddle up. You have a home buying edge. A verified approval from Rocket Mortgage verifies your income, credit, and assets all up front, putting you ahead of regular pre-approval and letting sellers know you're serious.
Let's do this.
Put it in.
When you need a competitive edge in a crowded market, Rocket can.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
And later in the show, they're going to actually flip A.D. Roman Banks in the air about 10 feet. Would you like to see that?
I want to see it.
Jeff
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Tennis coach right here. Could you think he could do it?
No, I can't do it, but I'm going to let these youngsters have it.
Definitely so. Well, my friend, you've got some big things coming up, of course. We've got tennis will be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's right on. It's knocking on our door right now.
Right at the start of the season.
Fall semester went by fast, and we got a little practice in. You know, the weather got us a little bit this semester, but we're looking forward for the spring semester.
No question about that. Now you start, of course, on January the 16th. LSU right here in Baton Rouge. Chance for the Jaguar Nation to make the trip south and see the tennis team.
That's right. We start off the season each year with LSU, Tulane, and try to feel our way into the season. Hopefully, upsetting some people along the way.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Of the season.
And then February 23rd, you'll be right here in Baton Rouge against Southeastern. That'll be your first time that you'll be right here.
That's first time on the yard. We're very excited for the season coming up. You know, we got a good mix of youngsters, freshmen mixed with the upperclassmen. So we're looking for big things this season coming up.
No doubt about that. What will your strengths be this year, you think?
We're looking at last couple of years we've been unable to get that doubles point. So I'm looking forward to getting the doubles point. Again, the freshmen are going to mix in with the upperclassmen. We're going to pair with the freshmen with the upperclassmen this year. So it's going to be. We're looking forward to getting that doubles point back. Makes the match a little bit easier once you get that doubles point.
I have so much, for them to do that. Play doubles. No way I could play doubles. I would kill my opponent because I would go in that little lane and hit the rack and hit their head or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be really good to do doubles like that.
It's all about
coordinated.
All about communication and teamwork.
Yeah.
All about teamwork.
Yeah, and getting close to the net like that and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. We want to be aggressive. We want to stay aggressive the whole match, not letting them get away.
Now, you go to all boundaries. There's no boundaries when it comes to you. You've got some players in from New York. Olivia Jenkins, a freshman.
Yeah. That's one of the things I told A.D. Banks and Ms. Sturgis. We wanted to get back out on our grassroots roots, get back on the grassroots trail. That's been successful for us the last couple of years, get back in the States. So right now we went out to, we picked up one player out of Louisiana, Bossier City, Paris, Washington, and then we branched out into New York and Atlanta. So we got back into the States with recruiting. That's the same thing we're focused on this year. So we're looking for that good mix of freshmen to come in and contribute right away.
And then also, too, obviously it's big to get players from Africa. And that is huge because now the sport is getting bigger and bigger. Where it used to be years ago, it was not big.
Yeah, we were very successful in getting players out of Africa, Zimbabwe, Burundi, South Africa. But my main focus this season, next season, is to get the American players back in. Those cities that were very that helped us win all the championships: Chicago, Atlanta, a couple of California cities, Texas. So that's our main focus this year, and the next years are coming.
You know, obviously football is big in the South with Texas and Louisiana. Purdue's so big of talent. California does decent there too. Georgia, Mississippi, Florida. Where's the hot spot when it comes to tennis, would you say, in the United States?
Definitely it's going to be Texas, California, Florida. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Those are the big communities. When you can't just say Georgia, you got to say Atlanta, Georgia when it comes to tennis in that state. So it's Atlanta, then you branch out and say Texas, California, Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, cool
hot
deal.
Spots.
So what do you expect from the SWAC this year? What's going to be the top team, you think?
You know, it's always going to be a battle with Alabama State. And then, of course, I got one of my former players coaching at Jackson State, so I'm looking to whoop her this year. She whooped me last year and sent me back to Baton Rouge in tears, so I'm looking to beat her this year.
Uh-oh, look out. And this guy rides a bike to work. I always ask him, I'll bring you, Coach, wherever you know to go. No, he wants to stay in shape and ride the bike.
I try to give me a bike ride in every day at camp.
And he goes faster than I do on the campus, and he doesn't get a ticket, I do. Well, Coach, thank you as much for being here, my brother.
I appreciate you having me, and thank you all for coming out tonight.
Coach Jeff Conyers right here from the Southern University tennis program. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking to a man who's involved in getting a new chancellor and president right here to this university. Des Moines Rutledge will be right with us here next as we continue to talk Southern University athletics right here on the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So With that combination, you can't lose. Right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
When the needs are evident, but the solutions are not, a well-calculated design steeped in hard-earned expertise is what we've built our reputation on. Go ahead. Ask us to prove it, because we'd love to. Performance is what drives us. It's how we foster a culture of expertise and informs our approach to complicated challenges. CSRS defines our client relationships by how we perform and the chemistry we build together, with a comprehensive, masterful integration of engineering and development, program management and disaster recovery, and as client advisors and planners. After more than 4 decades of careful, strategic growth, we have refined our multidisciplinary approach to encompass a diverse collection of services designed to revolutionize what it means to build a better community. Our legacy is easy to see. It's found in our projects, our people, and it's evident in the places our work has touched. And we've resolved to prove this legacy every single time. We are accelerators, trusted facilitators of public and private sectors, the force that imagines, designs, and builds the bedrock to propel tomorrow's stronger, smarter communities. Because what we do isn't about buildings or developments or infrastructure. It's about ensuring that the parts which are fragile in the communities we call home are carefully considered and thoughtfully redesigned to be stronger and smarter for the benefit of tomorrow. The proof of who we are is all around us. So go on, ask us to prove it, because we're ready to. CSRS, building stronger, smarter communities together.
Welcome back, everybody, right here as we continue with the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Right here sitting by, and we forget to call you attorney. You've got your degree and everything like that because you've got so many titles after that.
Yeah.
Attorney, Des Moines Rutledge right here. Not only that, chairman of the Board of Southern University Supervisors, and with CSRS. And, what else do you do, man? Do you wash cars on Thursdays?
I do whatever.
Help raise money for the kids?
I do whatever Mrs. Rutledge tells me to do.
Smart man. Smart man. All right.
And quickly.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we've got so much to talk to you about. Let's talk about the big thing. First of all, Dr. Ray Belton, a great guy. Obviously, he's the chancellor, president of Southern University right now. He's turned us into the good direction at Southern University. Also, too, a lot of people did not know. In fact, Denise is the one that reminded me that he was honored on the football field during Military Appreciation Day for his service, and that was something that was unbelievable.
A prince of a man. But before I comment on Dr. Belton, I want to say a word about our athletic director. Shh. I want everybody to hear this. This is important. When Roman Banks became athletic director on an interim basis in 2016, we recently received notice from the NC2A that we were in violation of a number of compliance regulations imposed upon us by the NC2A. We imposed upon him a mandate not only to address the compliance issues, but also build a department of athletics that would be the envy not only of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, but peer institutions across the country. We wanted him to represent us with a tremendous amount of dignity. We wanted him to build a clean program that would attract men and women, young men and women from across, as the song says, the fruited plain of this country. In 2017, he was made permanent athletic director. He, along with his team, doggedly addressed those compliance issues. I am pleased to report that 2 days ago, we received official notice from the NC2A that our athletic department is in full compliance with all applicable NC2A regulations, and we are no longer on probation. And I want to give him, we can do better than that. I want to give him, Tiffany, you ought to be clapping. I want you to clap.
Yeah.
All right. You ought to be on your feet. All right. For the outstanding job that our athletic director, and he could not have done this by himself. He had a team that he assembled to help him with that, and I'm sure he'll acknowledge them at the appropriate time. But I don't want to miss this moment talking about anything else without appreciatively acknowledging the leadership that you provided to get us to this point. So thank you.
Thank you. Right. Good job. Good job.
Now, we are in the midst of a search for a new president and chancellor, as Mr. Powers has so queued up. I first want to thank Dr. Ray Belton, who is a prince of a man, who is a son of Southern, who has dedicated the larger portion of his professional career to higher education, specifically to the cause of Southern University, which culminates with his retirement as president and chancellor. The board, in its wisdom, hired AGB Search Consultants, which is a subsidiary of the Association of Governing Boards. Our search is underway. We've got a wonderful committee that is a impressive mixture of campus representations from faculty, staff, students. But we also have a very diverse infusion of business and industry. Tim Barfield, who's president of CSRS. Warner Thomas, who's president of Ochsner Health System. Gail Benson, who owns the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans. Lee Jackson. Irvin Matthews, who's a son of Southern, who owns a conglomerate of automobile dealerships across the country. Our search is underway. And let me say this to you. Let me give you some breaking news regarding the next president of Southern University. I sit before you tonight as chairman of the board. I have no idea who's going to be the next president of Southern University. I made a commitment to every individual who agreed to serve on our committee that we would have the most pristine and transparent search process known to man. And whomever is ultimately selected will do so after having competed through a very rigorous yet fair process to be the leader of our system. We're at a unique inflection and pivot point within the history of the institution, Chris. And I know we're to segue from the presidential search. We have an aggressive timeline. We hope to be able to name a person February, March of next year, frankly.
Wow.
The search is underway. The leadership profile has been developed after some very aggressive engagement at the campus levels, town hall meetings, and so forth. We've developed a profile that's reflective of a diversity of stakeholders what we want to see. Ultimately, we want to see, in my own response, I said, I want to see a transformational leader. I want somebody who is going to transform us. This is a well-worn quote, but Wayne Gretzky famously stated, the great hockey player, that good hockey players go to where the puck is, but great hockey players go to where the puck is going.
Oh, wow. That's good.
And I want to position Southern to where the puck is going.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I want a leader whose vision is in alignment to where the puck is going in higher ed. New board initiatives. At our meeting next week in New Orleans, our Bayou Classic meeting, we are poised to consider a new master plan for the Baton Rouge landmass. There has been significant stakeholder engagement at the campus level, the community levels, and system level. It consists of a campus analysis, an analysis of our infrastructure, and an overall vision in terms of where we are going as an institution. We've identified about 12 projects that we believe will be impactful in our goal to transform the Baton Rouge landmass, one of which is a new College of Business. for which we've identified resources, one of which is a new College of Engineering, for which we've identified resources. But for those of you who are here tonight who have a particular interest in athletics, we have also identified a scope for the transformation of our athletic facilities. We want to build a $30 million parking garage on the east side of the stadium of A.W. Mumford Stadium. We want to build a $33 million indoor practice facility on the east side of Mumford Stadium. All told, what we're doing approaches somewhere in the neighborhood of about $800 million.
Wow.
We closed about 3 weeks ago. We're getting ready to build a smack brand new ground up Smith Brown Memorial Union. You'll be able to, yes, give that a round of applause. We have been on a trajectory, frankly, that is contrary to the trends across the country in terms of enrollment. Our enrollment is on the rise, not on the Baton Rouge campus, Shreveport, New Orleans. Our law school, John Pierre doesn't like me to say this, but our law school, we have more students in law school, in a public law school in Louisiana, than any other public institution in this state, which is LSU.
Wow.
We are the law school of choice for Louisiana. We want to transform our Baton Rouge landmass. We think we've got all of the elements in place to do it. It is not without some challenge, because we've got some resource issues that we've got to deal with over the next 10 to 15 years. But again, we plan as a board to adopt a very ambitious, transformational master plan that when you drive across the hump or you come across the railroad tracks on Swan Street, that we hope to have a wow and cathedral effect in terms of what you see.
Wow.
When you enter the Baton Rouge landmass.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah,
that's going to be nice.
It's underway.
And I'm looking at those renditions, and they look nice. Now, before we get on to CSRS, which you're a big part of and a big corporate sponsor for Southern University, I also, too, and I'm sure I'm right by saying this, that the Southern University, now you've got a great search committee. There's no question about that.
Absolutely.
And they'll get it down to, I'm thinking, 3 people.
Correct.
And then the Southern University board will actually make the decision on who's president. Is that correct?
Important point. Yes, you are absolutely correct, Mr. Powers.
Okay, and that process is coming. So when does Dr. Belton's reign end?
Dr. Belton technically retires June 30th of 2022. But we anticipate a transition period between Dr. Belton and the new leader, the new woman or man.
Yeah.
The new woman or man.
Right.
The new woman or man.
Yeah.
The new woman or man who will lead the institution.
Now, the biggest question I've got, since Dr. Belton is leaving, can I have one of his leather hats? That white leather hat is
you know, Chris, you mentioned that once on the.
Yeah, I want that white leather hat that says Southern University on the front.
And I secured one for you, autographed. Okay. You'll get it. You just tell me the color.
All right, man. Well, look, let me tell you what this guy does. Obviously, like Coach Banks said, grew up at Southern University. This guy's always around Southern University. He works for Southern University, and now he works for CSRS, Corporate Partnership for Southern University Athletics. So not only does he do so much at Southern University, but now he works at CSRS. And first of all, let's tell everybody what CSRS is all about.
Well, CSRS started about 40 years ago in this community as an architecture and engineering firm. We've grown to be so much more in terms of program management, disaster recovery, resiliency, grants management, program management. We like to say that if you can envision it, we can help you implement it.
Wow.
All right, that's what we do, build stronger and smarter communities. One day I was sitting in the stadium. This is the truth. And I heard all of these corporate sponsorships being announced by the stadium announcer. And I sat there having a conversation with myself saying, here I am, Vice President and General Counsel of CSRS, a shareholder. I am an owner of the company.
Wow.
And I didn't hear CSRS's name. I sent Roman Banks a text and said, come see me. I said, I have been personally convicted that we need to be invested in the Southern University Department of Athletics. He quickly dispatched Ms. Rankins, who is very efficient if you dealt with her. they came to see me. I said, put together me a proposal, and we are very proud corporate sponsors of the Southern University Department of Athletics.
No doubt this guy bleeds Columbia blue and gold, right? This guy's unbelievable.
And I'm shocked Derek Price couldn't get you some leather hats. I mean, I'm very disappointed that he's not living up to his expectations. But it seems to me he would have been able to get you some leather hats.
That hat looks unbelievable. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you're going to get an autograph for him.
Yeah, it's done. I've secured the deal for a small administrative fee. We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, all right. Well, he's not an attorney for nothing. Hey, that's why this guy is such a great friend to Southern University. He is Southern University. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Chairman of the board of Southern University Supervisors and, of course, attorney. The one and only Des Moines Rutledge.
Thank you. Go Jags.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back right after this timeout. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back after this timeout on Pelican Sports TV.
Men can be hard-headed and can put off seeing a doctor, which can put us at a greater risk for a wide range of health issues.
Need a doctor? Call our Lady of the Lake Physician Group today.
Come on, don't pass on your health.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food. That's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Competition for this house is fierce.
Relax. You got a team to help you out. Huddle up. You have a home buying edge. A verified approval from Rocket Mortgage verifies your income, credit, and assets all up front, putting you ahead of regular pre-approval and letting sellers know you're serious.
Let's do this.
Put it in.
When you need a competitive edge in a crowded market, Rocket can.
That duck is fired up.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to TJ Ribs on Acadian at I-10. Of course, right here, we've got the TJ Ribs special, the $8 Big Cat Hurricane, the $12.99 Pepper Jack Smoked Turkey on Texas toast with sriracha mayo and onion rings.
Yeah, still going with the wings. You can't convince me not to go with the wings.
See, I used to always come here for the ribs, and tonight we've got that Texas toast with turkey on it. Can't wait to try that here in a minute.
Not a bad one. Not a bad choice.
Yeah,
I think Rod tried it over there. He said it's not bad, so we might try that as on the side.
We've got some names here because we've got some tickets for the Bayou Classic. We've also got some tickets for the overtime edition for the Bayou Classic. You want to draw that since it's your big show?
Yeah. So let me while you getting ready for this. this is what this show all about. I mean, I think everybody can agree the information that you were privileged to today was great information. And this show want to be transformative so we can bring straight news to you from this Overtime Series show. And once again, I think that we need to give our chairman, Attorney Rutledge, a hand again. He's leading the charge. He's doing a great job. Can y'all do that for me? But once again, this is why this show is so important. Yeah, it's an athletic show, but we're going to continue to bring great news to you all. General Powell was here yesterday, and we're going to continue to make sure that we invest in things that you all want to hear. And so once again, I think that's the reason why this show is very special and very unusual. We'll continue to spotlight our student athletes and our coaches, but we're also going to bring the real news from you from Jaguar land. Everybody good with that?
Yes, indeed.
All right.
All right, first winner is Nicole Green. Congratulations, Nicole Green. Where you at? You've got 2 tickets.
You got to see overtime.
Overtime in New Orleans, the Bayou Classic.
Come on and get your tickets.
Come on and get your tickets right here. Congratulations. Yeah. And then I also need the list of names again. You're welcome. Thank you.
We want to pull another one?
Yeah, we need to pull another one. So bring up the bowl that we had right here. But, Coach, so many things coming up, no question about that. I know you're excited. An indoor practice facility. Back when you and I were in our playing days, we didn't have indoor practice facilities.
Yeah, no question about it. That wasn't even thought of. And actually, we want to make sure that we're innovative from Jaguar land, right? We want to continue to set the standard. And obviously to stay in the game, and you're talking about hiring coaches, putting a lot of pressure on coaches, then we need to equip them with what they need, right?
Right.
Because other student athletes are going to go elsewhere because, hey, no matter what we all say, if I got a Honda car, you got a Mercedes, they probably want to ride in your Mercedes, right? And so we want to make sure we can do the very best that we can at all level to make sure that these student athletes are getting a good experience. We're investing into getting ready to do the cost of attendance. We got a lot of student athletes that we're not getting simply because they can go to other schools in this state, regardless of financial aid or whatever. They can get $2,000 or $3,000 a semester. So we got to find a way to stay in the game. And obviously, with our foundation that supplement a lot of funds for us, and then also as our corporate sponsor people dive in and we raise these millions of dollars that we need, then we can catch up and then our expectations can be even higher. So there's a lot of things behind the scene that we got to continue to do to stay in the race as one of the best schools, just not in this state, but across this country.
No question about that. No doubt about that. Overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks in New Orleans for the Bayou Classic. Ernest Canty. Am I saying that right? Ernest, congratulations. You got 2 tickets right there, Mr. Ernest.
Let one of those pretty ladies take that to him over there. Let them, you don't have to get up. Your wife not going to get mad at you. Let her bring them to you.
And then we've got some tickets for the Bayou Classic as well that we're going to be doing right here. And here we go.
Bring them on up.
This is Shantae Doyle. Shantae Doyle.
Hey, what's going on? Right what's going on around here?
That table. Quentin Thomas with NOCCI giving us tickets for the Bayou Classic. So congratulations. And another pair of tickets for the Bayou Classic goes to Ray Doyle.
Wait. What the world going on around here?
So congratulations.
I'm gonna get Doyle his ticket. We're gonna do something else with that, okay? I'll give you something else. We're gonna pull another name. Get your tickets.
All right.
That's our bowling coach, y'all.
Doyle, the last name again.
Yeah, we got your father-in-law ticket right there. Get your father-in-law ticket.
Pull another one. Jerry Golden. Jerry Golden.
Jerry. There we go. There we go. Right behind you, Ken.
Yep, and he's got a leather hat too. I like that. I like that leather hat. That's nice.
You know what? You know what though? I really, to be honest with you, I don't think the Dahl family has missed a show since we started right here. They always come in and get this table right here. They always right here in the house. I don't think they missed the show. Thank y'all very much.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Ed Price, the state representative, was here in the house earlier today.
Yes. Ken Brass.
And Ken Brass, yep, they were here.
Senator.
And he's been here before.
Yes, he come in and hung out with us quite a bit.
Right. Coach, what is Bayou Classic? It's so important. I had years ago when Coach Pete was head coach, I had sports commentators here on local radio calling me and asking me if Southern is so good and was winning all those games, why are they not in the NCAA 2 playoffs? And I told them the bottom line is because the Bayou Classic is like a bowl game for both of these schools, and it's 100%. That's exactly true. The Bayou Classic is big for both Southern and Grambling State.
Yeah, no question about it. The Bayou Classic is really huger than any playoff system at our level. And obviously, even the payout from those playoffs don't give us the amount of revenue that the Bayou Classic brings. And therefore, we counted the game is late. So years ago, the decision was made to go with the Bayou Classic because the playoffs don't really benefit us. Obviously, I think that some schools have a chance now because our game is much later before the playoffs start that they can probably, if they have a large berth, a better record to get that berth. But the Bayou Classic, everybody need to understand the Bayou Classic is the Mecca, right? And so for Southern and Grambling to play, it's unmatched at this particular point as it relates to not just revenue, but bringing the experience together for African-American people, period, and all people alike, right? And so you come there, you're going to get a lot. New Orleans is the Prince town to host that, and it's just a great atmosphere. It goes way back, and we're going to continue to see the Bayou Classic get bigger, and it's going to forever grow. In other words, they always say that we're the granddad of them all.
Right.
And so we're excited about the Bayou Classic, and I don't think that's a bowl that can be unmatched.
And I don't know if we can say it now, so I won't say it. I'll just say big exposure next year, I hear.
Yes.
Huge exposure.
And so we have several options. And I said his name earlier. We Mr. Alfred Harrell is our chairman of our committee and the CEO of our foundation, and he presented himself well and doing a great job of advancing the institution of Southern University in our committee, right? And so we got a chance to come up next year. We are being offered some other rights, some television rights that can change the ball game for us. And actually, our conference itself being recognized as now, you've probably seen a lot of our games on ESPNU, but our commissioner is working along with some athletic directors in our league where you'll start seeing us on TV more. And so when you start seeing us on TV more, that means that we're starting to get some revenue. And when you start to get revenue, then your conference starts to grow. And as your conference grows, you can get better athletes, and then you can also expand yourself on corporate sponsors and people investing in you. So I just believe in the next 3 to 5 years, I know Southern, without a doubt, along with this conference, is going to grow to a higher heights, and I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be something special.
No doubt about it. Hey, speaking of special, right on cue, that is the $12.99 Pepper Jack smoked turkey on Texas toast with sriracha mayo, and we've got some potato wedges right there I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah,
it's not bad. Look pretty good.
It is good. I mean, I can't wait to try that. That is going to be unbelievable. So you're going for your wings, huh?
I'm going for my wings.
All right, next show, we're going to be doing this on December the 2nd. That's 2 weeks from tonight. We'll have Coach Funchess on the program. Coach Barry will be on the program. Roger Crockett from Coca-Cola will be here. And we'll have another great special that, again, is in 2 weeks. That's December the 2nd.
So make sure you mark your calendars. December the 2nd. We need everyone to be in the building.
TJ Ribs right here on Acadian at I-10. Have a great one.
Look forward to seeing everybody at the Bayou Classic. Go Jags.